Thank you, Art. This morning, the world continues to mourn Pope Francis, who died at the age of 88. The first Latin American pope is being remembered for his work as a champion of marginalized people. Faithful Catholics yesterday packed St. Peter's Square and churches around the world for services. This is a look here at Vatican City this morning. You can see crowds already there lining up. This is a live look, as we said, St. Peter's Square. And CBS News' Tina Kraus has a look at the tributes and also more on the Pope's final wishes.
The faithful flocked to St. Peter's Square for a second day to mourn the death of Pope Francis.
It's just a very sad day.
The world worshippers also gathered for special mass services to honor the man known as the People's Pope, including Paris's famed Notre Dame, the pontiff's hometown, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and also in cities across the U.S.
I was away from the church for many, many years, and it was because of Pope Francis that I came back to embrace my faith.
World landmarks also paid tribute overnight. The Eiffel Tower went dark. New York's Empire State Building lit up gold and white. In a statement, the Vatican confirmed the 88-year-old pontiff died yesterday from a stroke that put him into a coma and caused irreversible heart failure. The statement also noted the Pope's 5-week-long hospitalization for double pneumonia earlier this year. He was still recovering when he made his final appearance at Sunday's Easter services. Cardinals sealed the papal apartment yesterday. In his will, the Pope left instructions for a simple burial at Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major, with a one-word inscription on his tomb, Franciscus. World leaders are now preparing to make their way to Rome for the Pope's funeral, expected to take place this week.
He was a good man.
President Trump confirmed on social media that he and the First Lady plan to attend.
And Irish-born American Cardinal Kevin Farrell was chosen by Pope Francis for the role that oversees key aspects of arranging his funeral. That also includes arrangements for the conclave to choose a new pope. That's expected to start within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And we have learned this morning the Pope's funeral will be on Saturday. Flags will fly at half-staff today in Wisconsin and around the country, the governor and president ordering them to remain lowered until the pontiff's burial. And in a statement, Governor Evers praised the Pope's legacy, saying, quote, Pope Francis was not only an inspirational spiritual leader, but a champion for the environment, peace, the pursuit of unity through common ground, treating people with dignity, reducing poverty and greed, and shared responsibility through community. Parishioners of the Catholic Church here in La Crosse are responding to the news of the Pope's death. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has that reaction.
The Pope died of a stroke and heart failure following a series of health challenges in recent years. Pope Francis was born in 1936 in Argentina. He was elected Pope in 2013 after Pope Benedict retired. Church members in La Crosse say the news was unexpected.
He was out in his Pope-mobile yesterday, and he died. You know, it was shock. We're sad.
Obviously, it's a very sad time, but yeah, he's in a better place, and yeah, the church will persist.
Francis was the first Jesuit pope, the first Latin American pope, and the first from the Americas. As leader of the Catholic Church, he advocated heavily for immigrants, refugees, and the poor. Bishop Battersby from the Diocese of La Crosse says the church is mourning the loss of Pope Francis.
We offer our prayers and our heart to the Lord in thanksgiving for the gift of the life of this servant,
while celebrating his legacy and service to the church.
One of the things that I really appreciate about Pope Francis is his pivot to the margins, his reaching out to the poor and those who are perhaps not having a voice. The very best day of Pope Francis's life was today, when he met the Lord.
In La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
Battersby says the church plans to hold a communal mass to honor the Pope, likely next week. We'll let you know when that date is confirmed. So here's what comes next. The Pope's body could lie in state inside St. Peter's Basilica as early as tomorrow. Funeral services, like we said, will be held Saturday. The Pope reportedly requested to be buried in a simple tomb in the ground, and President Trump is set to attend the Pope's funeral with other world leaders.